Hey, quick message that I want to say to everyone during these difficult political times. I'm not going to make this a political message because anyone that knows me can figure that whatever side that I fall on, it's going to be the side I feel weighs more towards love than anything else. So you figure that out. But what I want to say is that when you let, and this is for all sides, for everybody, when you let a politician or a news personality or whoever, when you let somebody make you hate them or make you wish ill on them, you are letting the bad and the darkness win. I know how strongly we feel about certain issues, and I know how much I feel about certain issues and how it can upset me whenever I see that a politician has done one thing or another that I feel is against the greater good. And I react, and everyone reacts. And it's the same as I say about anything at all, that you cannot allow bad things or hate to make you hate, to drag you into hate or bad things. So you've just got to keep loving. You've got to love even those people. That doesn't mean you support them when you go to the ballot box. That doesn't mean that you don't speak up for the good things that your particular choices offer. But it does mean that you should not lash out in anger and say bad things and call people names. You just shouldn't do it. And there's good reason to that. I've said it over and over again. You do not fight fire with fire. You just don't. In fighting fire with fire, you just create more fire and more divisiveness. And in actuality, I believe that's what some people are after in this. They're dividing us and tearing us apart. They want us to fight each other. Like I told you before, there was an ad the two ads that came up, one on one side and one on the other. And then I investigated those ads and found out that they both came from the same source, but they were opposite opinions from the same source. And so the only thing that could have been for is to drive a wedge between us. And we've got to not let that happen. So, again, err on the side of love. If your decision you are making on whatever it is does not come from love, then it likely is not the right decision. Period. And you have to think about that yourself. If you're calling people names, if the person you support on any political side is calling people names and being mean and hateful, you've got to be the bigger person. You've got to rise up and say, well, that's not somebody I'm going to support, no matter what. Because if they are using hate and divisiveness as a tactic, and it does come from both sides, if that's happening from the person that you are supporting, then maybe you should rethink that support. Doesn't mean stop loving them, but it does mean that you're not going to vote for them. And that's my statement for today, and it's probably going to irritate some people, and that's not my goal because I do love you all. Have a good day.